Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my recipe for Raham. For anybody who does not know what Raham is, it is a sweet dish that is usually made by the Muslim community in Guyana during the festival of Ramadan and Eid. So I want to wish all of my Muslim brothers and sisters a Ramadan Mubarak, and I hope they have a very happy and blessed Eid. And if you guys want to see how I put together this delicious and quick Raham recipe, please keep on watching. Now this recipe was shared with me by one of my amazing viewers. Her name is Lisa, so I want to thank Lisa for sharing her recipe for making Raham with me. The first thing we're starting off with is a heavy bottom pan heated on a medium heat, and then I'm going to go in with a couple tablespoons of unsalted butter. Now if you didn't want to use unsalted butter, you could use salted for a little sweet and salty effect, and you can also use ghee or coconut oil. Now I also wanted to mention that all of the ingredients and the proper measurements will be down in the description box below this video. And once your butter has finished melting and you see that the bubble starts to sizzle up just a little bit, you're going to stream in your rice flour. Now I am using a coarse ground rice flour. I'm not using the very fine kind. Now this really is just based on preference. If you like a little more texture, then use the coarse ground rice flour, and if you like it to be very smooth, then you can use the regular rice flour you'd buy in your grocery store. And once you add that rice flour into the butter, you're going to want to make sure your heat is regulated to a medium-low heat, so this way it does not burn. And all you're going to do is stir it around really well until the butter and the rice flour are properly combined. I'm going to parch this for about 15 minutes or until this mixture takes on a very light tan color. You don't want it to be too dark and brown, but you also do not want it to be this white anymore. This is what my rice flour and the butter looks like after exactly 15 minutes of parching on a medium-low heat. As you guys can see, it's a little bit light tan in color. It has a very nice nutty aromatic smell, and trust me guys, this is like one of the best parts of making desserts like this where you have to parch flour or rice flour. You have such a nice nutty and bright smell in your house, very warming, and definitely reminds you of a nice dessert that is being made. So this is what we're looking for. The mixture is also nice and loose and a little lighter in texture, and that's exactly what you want. Now once you finish parching or roasting that rice flour in your pot, all you're going to do is transfer it into a bowl, and you're going to allow it to cool for just about 5 minutes so it's a little bit easier to handle. Once that rice flour is cooled down just a little bit, you're going to start adding in some flavors. So in here, I'm going to be going in with just a little bit of black pepper. Now black pepper might sound a little bit weird, but trust me guys, it adds just a nice little bit of kick and it makes the dish taste even better. And we're going to go in with some freshly grated nutmeg. Now you can add in any spices that you wish. These are just 2 spices that I decided I wanted to add in today. And once you add those in, you're going to give it a nice mix and get everything combined. And at this point, I'm going to be going in with some milk powder. What the milk powder is going to do is it's going to make this mixture bind really well when we go to form them into the log shapes. And this next part is optional. I'm adding in some finely chopped maraschino cherries. Some people would also do cherries and raisins that they've chopped up, but I'm just going in with cherries today. You can also make this plain if you wish. And right on top of my cherries, I'm going to start to stream in my condensed milk. And once you add in the condensed milk, you're going to go in with your essences or extracts. Now I am using vanilla essence and almond essence today just because I really like the flavor. You can also use mixed essence or whatever else that you have on hand. And at this point, you're going to go in with some clean hands and you're going to mix it up really well. Now, of course, you can mix this with a spoon or a spatula, but trust me, to get that condensed milk and all of those ingredients mixed into the rice flour properly, you need to get your hands in there. And this mixture needs a good amount of condensed milk. If you do not add in enough condensed milk, they will be dry and they will get very hard. So make sure you add in a good amount of condensed milk to make sure this mixture is nice and sticky. So for this recipe here, I use basically a full can of condensed milk. You might need a little bit more, you might need a little bit less. You're just gonna have to gauge it. Make sure it is nice and sticky. At this point, I could have probably used a little bit more condensed milk. Remember, I'm not well versed in making this. This is one of my first times making it. So just make sure you add in enough or else they will get very hard if you don't put in enough moisture into the mixture. And once you've gotten a nice sticky texture and you've added in enough condensed milk as per your own liking, you're going to form these into the classic log shapes. So you just grab a portion of your mixture that you made and you're going to squeeze it in between your fingers really well, and then you're going to smooth it out just slightly. So I finished forming all of my Raham. As you guys can see from the amount of mixture that I had made, this is how much I got. I got about 20 from this mixture. Now if you wanted to make more, of course you could easily double the recipe and it will be very quick and very simple as well. But if you guys enjoyed my recipe and my twist on making Raham, I hope you guys give this video a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. Come on over and join the Matthew's Guyanese cooking family. And of course, drop those comments down below and let me know what I should make you guys next. I'll see you guys in one of my next videos. Bye everyone.